Imagine a country challenging the world with billion-dollar projects no one has seen before. A mirrored city stretching across the sand, luxury islands in the Red Sea, a global entertainment city, an ancient district rebuilt as one of the world's largest cultural destinations. For a moment, it does not even feel real. And this is exactly why the whole world is watching Saudi Arabia right now. These projects look expensive, futuristic, and almost impossible in scale. But behind all of this visual power, there is a much bigger plan than just hype, attention, or headlines. So, what is hiding behind these massive developments? Is it just symbols of ambition, or the biggest economic transformation of our time? Before we begin, let me know in the comments what's your take on Saudi Giga-Projects. And now, let's get into it. After oil was discovered in Saudi Arabia in 1938, the kingdom grew into one of the world's most important energy powers. Oil wealth helped build cities, infrastructure, institutions, and the financial power behind today's transformation. Now, that power is being redirected into a completely new chapter for the kingdom. This is where Vision 2030 comes into play. Launched by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Vision 2030 became the roadmap for reducing dependence on oil and reshaping Saudi Arabia's economy for the decades ahead. And at the center of this transformation is PIF, the Public Investment Fund. Through PIF, the kingdom began launching projects designed to become new points of gravity on the map, places that attract people, money, and attention toward completely new parts of the country. But the most interesting part, Saudi Arabia is not building this strategy from zero. It is taking success formulas from places known around the world and scaling it to a level no one has seen before. The idea of using big projects to reshape a country's future is not new. Around the world, countries have used major developments not just as landmarks, but as engines for much larger ecosystems built around them. A single project can attract infrastructure, business, tourism, investment, and entirely new economic activity into one place. Singapore is a clear example. With Jurong Island, the country turned several small islands into one major industrial area that now supports energy, logistics, and global trade. South Korea did it through manufacturing. Ulsan became the #1 industrial city in the country, bringing together shipbuilding, petrochemicals, and automotive production in one powerful industrial ecosystem. And the UAE did it through Dubai. Jebel Ali and its free zone became one of the engines behind Dubai's global business position, attracting over 110 billion dirhams in investment over the last 2 decades, and becoming part of an ecosystem that now contributes around 36% of Dubai's GDP. So the pattern is clear. The strongest projects are not just impressive structures. They become platforms for entire sectors of the economy. And Saudi Arabia is taking this strategy to a completely different level. Instead of focusing on a single industry or one city, it is developing dozens of projects simultaneously. So the real question is, why is the kingdom building at such a massive scale? Because behind these developments, there is a major, bigger plan. Saudi Arabia has a unique combination: huge open land, access to the Red Sea, mountains, historical regions, scalable financial power, and one of the youngest populations in the region. And with so many advantages, Saudi Arabia had the foundation to think much bigger. That's why, at the core of Vision 2030 are 3 major pillars: a vibrant society, a thriving economy, and an ambitious nation. And to support these pillars, the kingdom is building projects designed to activate different sectors of the economy, attract investment, and reshape how people live and work across the country. Each of the projects has a different purpose. NEOM is designed to position Saudi Arabia as a global player in technology, innovation, and next-generation infrastructure. The Red Sea project is built around untouched islands and luxury tourism, turning natural coastline into a completely new hospitality economy. Diriyah is transforming the birthplace of the Saudi state into a cultural and lifestyle destination built around heritage, hospitality, and premium real estate. Qiddiya is being designed as a giant entertainment and sports city with theme parks, events, racing, gaming, and family attractions, creating an entirely new leisure economy inside the country. And these are only a few examples of how broad the strategy really is. But of course, projects at this scale also come with enormous risks. In the previous video, we talked about what can go wrong behind Saudi Arabia's real estate transformation. So make sure to watch that next. But despite those risks, Saudi Arabia continues building at an extraordinary scale. Now the logic becomes clear. Each project activates a different part of the economy. Together, they create more reasons for people to visit, invest, work, and spend money inside the kingdom. And all of this creates a chain reaction. The real power of a giga-project begins when it starts changing everything around it. Because a destination cannot function in isolation. It needs the physical ecosystem around it, the infrastructure, buildings, and services that run a project into a functioning place. And the numbers show how massive this real estate expansion already is. Heading into 2026, Saudi Arabia has around $1.5 trillion worth of projects planned or under development, and around $950 billion is tied to residential, commercial, retail, and logistics real estate. In Riyadh, commercial real estate is being driven by the Regional Headquarters Program and business districts like CAFT. More than 700 multinational companies had established regional headquarters in the kingdom by early 2026, pushing demand for offices, housing, and business infrastructure. Just recently, CAFT announced achieving an office occupancy of 80%, housing more than 140 companies, including 20 regional headquarters, which supported more than 20,000 jobs and a footfall of more than 30,000 daily visitors. Together, all this contributes by around $2.5 billion into the kingdom's GDP. In NEOM, Oxagon, a futuristic port city, shows the industrial side of the strategy. It sits on the Red Sea route, where around 13% of global trade passes, with a focus on ports, logistics, and advanced manufacturing. Diriyah, the historic birthplace of the Saudi state, is planned to include more than 18,000 residential units and around 40 luxury hotels, while aiming to attract 50 million visits annually, supporting both the residential and hospitality sectors at the same time. So, the pattern is clear. Giga-projects create demand for roads, housing, hotels, logistics, services, and entirely new urban growth around them to function as an entire ecosystem. Saudi Arabia's giga-projects are challenging the world with their scale. The real purpose behind these projects is now clear. They are designed to reshape the economy through tourism, business, infrastructure, and real estate. And this is where the story only begins, because in the next videos we will break down these projects one by one, why they exist, what stands behind them, how they are structured, and what they mean for Saudi real estate. So, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and share the video. Also, let me know in the comments which Saudi Giga project should I break down first. If you are working on a project, investment decision, or want a focused discussion on Saudi real estate, you can reach us directly at landcapital.sa@gmail.com. I'll see you in the next one.